Okay, you focus on Nara, but the choice is so genuine.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
We went to Kyoto also.
Kyoto also.
Yeah.
Ha.
Spend one day
Wow.
each place, so it was very very good.
Wow. Ha. You are inclined to the Buddhism side this time so much.
Yes.
I felt. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting to me. Something happening. All right, so let's get started. So yeah, uh I'm I'm gonna start. Yeah, all right. Okay. Thanks. Hubert. Okay, so yeah, today this is what we are talking about. And then spiritual ability and right way of life. Yes. This is this book, newest one.
This one I'm reading right now.
All right, yeah. And then Kevin yesterday mentioned about it, this book. So it has a lot of master's heart. So in the preface, he said like this: what is spoken in this book is what I believe and think. It reveals my true heart. I believe that I myself would also be causing trouble to society if I were to move people and give influence without having to train myself. So this part I like so much because still master is our master, but he feels to train and the necessity to train himself still. So this is our master. Endless effort. We're waiting for us to. So yeah. In short, don't be conceit or something like that. Arrogant or don't stop making effort or something like that. But more than that, this book reveals us the true heart. What is a true heart? I contemplated on it and then found um master's family members, children, now all in trouble now. You know that?
No, I have no
You
idea about his family members.
right. Okay. So mm, okay, yeah. Yes. I make it up. So oh okay. Okay. Uh, Okay. I thought you knew it already, but we didn't talk about it. No, yet.
No,
Oh, no, yet. Oh,
not about his family.
okay. So so today we have a ritual prayer ceremony following. So I'm making it very short. It may not be enough information to you, but very quickly explaining. His family members are tested in faith, and then almost all are in fault now, and then they don't follow him. This is a status quo. Uh,
You mean they've abandoned their regard for him as Alcantara?
yeah, they cannot follow him wholeheartedly because of obstacles that they had in their childhood. They see Master Okawa as physical father. Then they cannot go out from the perspective in a worldly way. So they cannot see him as a spiritual father. And then that perspective still remaining in them. And then that blocks them to believe in Lord Alcantara himself. So they see him as a physical man only, but they don't believe in him as spiritual father in heaven. Yeah, because he's alive. He has a physical body, and then he's walking, he's eating, right? Something go to a bathroom, right? Seeing him around, and then, yeah, that broke them. Then, but at the same time, it's contradiction, I think, but children are gonna be psychics because they saw at the same time his spiritual ability. He talked with spirits in daily life. He got a spiritual messages from heaven. And that's undeniable to the children and the family, including ex-wife. So they believe in the spiritual ability of Master Okawa. That cannot be denied at all. But the point is, they have, how can precisely saying, less faith. Not no faith, but they have a very low level of the faith in Lord Alcantara because of the wrong perspective. So the problem of the faith, they are in trouble. Then I picked I just finished 2 chapters of this book, chapter 1, chapter 2. And then today we're going to go into the chapter 3, spiritual ability and the right way of life. This was published last year in Japanese, and then this time in English, translated into English, because we need to learn this book now to overcome the misunderstanding about master cards. So we're going to go into it today. Maybe it gives us a true insight to see Master Okawa in the correct way. Yeah, I believe so. So let's get started. So with reciting the 2 words spoken by Buddha. Yes. So I show the script on the screen. Yes. Tough guys here. Right, let's get started. So I just reviewed the chapters I went through already. So maybe, yeah, just very quick, real quick. Chapter 1, follow your silent voice. That was chapter 1 we went through already. The true value of a new age is based on spirituality and heavenly inspirations. Yeah, that's very moderate. And then go into the deeper part at the chapter 2, the road to cultivate yourself. The true spirituality and heavenly inspirations are coming from the ability to work correctly, even in worldly matters. This is a very distinguishing part, besides from the other ones. Yeah. So master has it. Master has a competence in the worldly manners. Okay. So that differentiate happy science from other maybe ones. I believe so. So we're gonna go into it today. And then the issue is still carried over in chapter 3 today. The spiritual ability and the right way of life. The true salvation based on correct work in worldly matters comes from cultivating yourself in both spirituality and decisions and worldly matters. Both fields we need to grow. Yeah, not only spirituality. So this is very different part and the difficult part, particularly in happy science, I believe. So yeah, today we are going to do that, right? That's and then so cultivate ourselves, which means people who become spiritual, like happy science members, like you all, whether you don't realize it or you realize it, I don't know, but you are already so spiritual, I think. And then or often tend to be too much subjective, not objective, because the spiritual ability needs to be genuinely in a sense that is separated from others and this worldly matters. And we got inspiration from heaven. We connected to heaven. After that, yeah, we need to be very careful. So if you're immersed to your inner world to be more spiritual, you'll be more subjective than objective towards you and others and the world. This is one characteristic of being spiritual. Yeah, you are immersed in your inner world. That is so subjective world. So that's the point we need to be very careful. To solve the problems, this book tells you not an instant answer, but the ultimate answer to train, strengthen, and cultivate yourselves. It's a longer term solution, but it's essential. So, Master's answer is always moderate so much. But in the moderate answer, there is eternal path and the universal path. That is Buddha's teaching always, yeah, in the middle way. Then that will be spread to all over the races and then nations. So Muslims and Christians are getting together in one church in happy science. That is realizing by this kind of thinking way, right? So we'll get to the reciting through a spoken by Buddha together. Let's take a bow to Lord of Kantara. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Kawa. And there used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevailed on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appear the 7 colors of rainbow arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appears Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom or the land of teaching. Especially, this is the land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are the shadows of the spirits. It means you're the boat sailing down the great river. The great river is the symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sails down as a small boat, so you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down the rapid stream, you need to pump in a stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you, now, here, listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go straightly on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have three aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your path have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is the reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let's bring up each other, and it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will show light to the future to invite such people to Buddha land. Now hear our command. There shall not be conflicts in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirits in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believing in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas. Live in that the light has reality. Believe in that love has reality. Believe in that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. Okay, thank you. Thank you for gathering. Lucy, come over. Okay. Those tough guys broke you? No? um, yeah, I know you. I feel a pressure on me. Yeah, but I need you here. Soften.
Your inner rules are the tools.
All right. So yes. We had just a conversation about spiritual ability in today's subject. And yes, what is the aim of a happy science? One answer is to be spiritual, right? We are aiming at the highest spirituality. So, some of you think that like this: So maybe conclusion is to be a psychic in happy science. This is our aim. Yeah. In the consequent, maybe we are getting spiritual more to be a psychic. It's very natural. Right? What do you think?
How do I think?
Yeah.
Of course, in my life, I've had distinct, only at important times, turning points, I've had distinct spiritual dreams that were given to me for guidance.
Uh-huh.
I think that's normal,
All right.
but I have also witnessed what you call paranormal or spiritual phenomena, but
All right.
only rare instances.
Ha.
So I've met people who are psychics.
Ha.
I met Gene Dixon back in the 80s.
All right.
Briefly.
All right. Will.
It was in Los Angeles.
Ha.
But anyhow, yeah, there are people who are what you call spiritually open.
Yeah.
I am not that. I do on certain instances am intuitive,
Uh-huh.
and I think one of my greatest strengths is the ability to discern
Uh-huh.
certain truths
Ha.
through reading and contemplation.
Wow. Mm.
And also I incessantly I observe other people and ask in my mind about their behavior.
Uh-huh.
So, but no,
Wow.
I don't have a desire to be, a bona fide psychic. But yeah, if the spirit world
Uh-huh.
wants to lead me in a direction so I can serve somebody
Uh-huh.
in a positive way, then
Yeah.
I'm all for that, of course. But no, I don't desire that.
Wow. So it didn't make sense to me so much. So you are here.
Well, on a personal level for me, I never did consider myself spiritually sensitive,
Mm-hmm.
but I do agree with Gil when he said, I do have a sense of, I have a certain sensitivity at times
You do.
that I tend to follow my intuition.
Mm.
But I never did consider myself to be psychic or anything like that. I don't consider myself very sensitive spiritually. Like some people see ghosts or feel spirits or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have never fall into that category.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have intuitions every once in a while that will tell me go left instead of going right.
All right. Yeah.
I just follow my intuition.
Uh-huh. You are, this kind of people maybe are truly aware. I feel. Wow. So you broke my question already. This was answered. Yeah. Does being spiritual mean being a psychic? Let's say no. Yeah. No. No. So, because, there is a difference between spirituality and enlightenment. Yeah. Enlightenment is a very Eastern term. So are you familiar with the idea before you met Happy Science? You already did. How about you, Lucy? You are familiar with the idea of enlightenment before you met Happy Science? Normally.
I started,
Oh.
not fully, but
Yeah.
I had inclinations or
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yes. Within you already.
Yeah.
You
that
felt
brought
it.
me to curiosity.
Yes. You're seekers. So yeah, I agree with you. Just that's an exact answer, maybe. But in general, maybe in the US or Western society doesn't have many idea of enlightenment because it's a very different term of the American one. So in Happy Science, we need to translate the teaching Japanese from English, right? And then sometimes many confusions there. We need to pick precise certain word, yeah, for the translation. And then it's very important and then difficult part. Spirituality and enlightenment. Yeah. That should be distincted by correct discernment. Yeah. And the answer is, yeah, the being spiritual doesn't mean being psychic, right? So there is a tips or hints to answer it in difference between enlightenment and then spiritual. Yeah. So enlightenment means not being psychic, but attaining wisdom. Yeah. So wisdom makes big difference between psychic and then religious leader. Yeah. So in conclusion, happy science aims at attaining wisdom in conclusion in our purpose of life. Yeah. So this is a kind of necessity to shift from the Western view to Eastern view. Yeah. But it's the same, but a different angle. Yeah. The same purpose from a westernized civilization through love, it's attaining wisdom too. And then through Eastern perspective, we can get to wisdom at trust. So maybe you need to acquire the wisdom sometimes through love, through faith, and sometimes through enlightenment. Yeah. Happy science, in short, love, enlightenment, and creating a utopia. These three words explain the science concept. So we need to put focus or importance on wisdom side too, enlightenment too. Then we can see the whole picture of God's heart. So yeah, we need to discern. How can I say? How can you say the difference between spirituality and enlightenment? How would you answer? It's difficult even to me. Yeah. How can you answer the difference between spirituality and enlightenment? What is the difference?
Well,
Okay.
according to the simplistic story and metaphor in the Garden of Eden, Adam and
Keep
Eve.
it simple, please, for the rest of us to follow.
To me too.
Use any high book.
Simple,
They were
simple,
kicked out of the garden. And so when they were kicked out of the garden, they had free access to talk to their Father God. But they chose to go against the commandment. They were disobedient. And so they lost out on a lot of free access to that wisdom. And so they were
all right,
thrown into the darkness. So ever since that time, mankind's been operating out of darkness, not operating out of the wisdom that you would normally be taught from your parent. In this case, the divine parent.
Wow.
If a child is so fortunate to have parents, a father and a mother, who are full of wisdom, then that's where they learn their godship from. They see the masculinity and the femininity in God and their very own parents. But since we're fallen beings, according to Christian theology, then we're living in darkness. And so then God has to, through thousands of years and many conditions made, eventually sent his son, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
However, they have simplified Jesus so much so that instead of we, the people, trying to be like Christ, which is the actual meaning of the word Christian, they have put Christ on an unattainable pinnacle.
Uh-huh.
You can't be like Christ. Christ snapped his fingers and he heals the lame and the blind and this and that.
Uh-huh.
We can't do that.
Wow. Wow. We get closer. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But this is wrong.
Uh-huh.
This is wrong. Not that we're all going to be healers.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Carter's sister, by the way, was a faith healer.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the point is,
Mm-hmm.
and Christianity is based on less than 2,000 words.
Mm-hmm.
That's the total sum of the Jesus words in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
But yet you have a world religion of over 2 billion people who on the planet today profess to be Christians. But they don't have what you covered earlier there on the screen, which said have the ability to apply teachings to everyday problems. That is wisdom. You can solve your problems through understanding.
Wow.
I just was reading this book by Norman Vincent Peale.
Uh-uh. All right.
And he talks about, well, he acknowledges Jesus. And he said, when he was living in the country, it was so pure. Everybody's simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they connected. His dad was a preacher. And just what you were saying, that it may have been lost, from Garden of Eden, but it's the parents who became true believers of the guidance of Jesus. From there, he preached, and most of the family, parents and, father, mother, they instilled that in their children. And he said, in that era that he grew up in, most of those people are well established people because every single one of the parents was preached by his father, encouraging them how to rely on their ability through Christ Jesus. So they're not without, that they have the ability if you focus and focus on relying on his teaching. But of course, it takes hard work. But it's that thing, if you're going to worship or acknowledge, Jesus, from there, you can attune yourself to the guidance. And then, I don't know, it's amazing. I got that book in there, and it's really something that it's the parents who had seek, the right teaching and stuff like that. They instill it in their children, because once they get out of that place he was living, then a lot of them get they go in different direction. But then spirituality, it sounds okay if it's the good spirit, because there's the evil spirit. That's why we need to learn and seek the right guidance. And
Yes.
some people, they think, oh, they know it all. Okay, so they start, they don't realize that they're too egotistic, and they mislead people. And so it's up to the individual, really, because we have the ability. We just need to know that, okay, seek some more, because I don't understand what is true and what is bad. If you have that desire to find out and not be distracted, because a lot of times when people want to, oh, that's popular, oh, I want to go do
All
this,
right. Yeah.
that alone. Because I've had friends that encourage me, oh, let's go do this, let's go do that. But something, I cannot, because I want to stick to my spiritual mentality. Because if I go that way, I can easily be influenced. I enjoy it too much. But the joy I get is knowing really the truth. And that's what gives me the spiritual strength and ability. Without that, it's easy, because the devil is watching that bad spirit. The bad spirit is watching. The minute he knows that you're not capable of controlling your own wisdom,
Sometimes
power,
they are stronger than us.
they're gonna stop thinking, oh, I got it.
Yes.
Carry on. like he did in Eden.
Uh-huh.
Good
Yeah.
eyes,
Uh-huh.
like that.
Wow. Wonderful. You almost answered. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't think, yeah, you picked the paradise of Eden. Yeah. The fruit of wisdom. Yeah. In the first story. So wisdom is focused on even in Christianity, right? In this aspect, right? Wow. I found it for the first thing from your talk. And then next I found is maybe that the situation in the paradise of Eden, and they're lost in their wisdom. So that's called ignorance in Buddhism side. Yeah, we are in the darkness without wisdom. So this is explaining what we are in, the situation we were in when we were born. We were born with totally ignorance. Then we need to be educated by something. The something is wisdom, right? So as he said, if they don't have wisdom, parents cannot teach us about the true world, yeah, where we coming from, yeah. That's if they don't know the spiritual matters, they think they are we are coming from their body, yeah, parents only, not the spiritual father. But if once we found out the truth, the wisdom, there is spirit world, there is God and the Father in heaven. We reminds us of a fact that we were children of God. So this is wisdom. Then in the course of the lifetime, to attain true wisdom that's invisible and intangible in this world, we need spirituality. Yeah. So in the same thing as love needs spirituality. Yeah. Because if we don't believe in the other world or invisible world, we cannot give love unrewardedly. Yeah. If we think ourselves as a physical man and woman in this world only, we need rewards in giving love. Yeah. Because it's so nonsense. Yeah. If we don't believe in the spirit world, we cannot give love genuinely. So spirituality is the foundation of love and enlightenment, right? So spirituality is the foundation. And then as you said, here needs discernment. We need to discern right and evil to be spiritual more. There needs wisdom here. Okay, so wisdom in a word, wisdom. There are two kind of things. One is a knowledge. We need to get the knowledge from these books. Very how can I say? Like we need to memorize first, yeah, and then contemplate it. Like we learned yesterday, we get knowledge first, and then we contemplate on it, and then making it into action, right? Yeah, so that's called wisdom. So there are two stages. Before we contemplate on it, that's only knowledge in our brain, but we get it down into our heart with practice it. That's wisdom, right?
It activates your, what you call it? I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've always considered enlightenment. You need spirituality, I believe, to attain enlightenment, to even consider being close to understanding enlightenment. Like you said, wisdom you can acquire by study,
Mhm.
reading books,
Yeah.
having conversations with people that are
Mhm.
higher educated or better informed than you.
Yes,
But
yes.
like you said, only once we put that wisdom into practice
Mm.
and gain the experience from the results of our efforts,
Mhm.
then you can consider yourself gaining some wisdom
Yeah.
to where you can actually make changes or instruct other people
Mhm. Yes.
to avoid making the same mistakes that perhaps you made.
Mhm.
So enlightenment takes, to me, in my way of thinking, a higher level of awareness, spiritually speaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes.
When we
Yes.
get to that level,
Mm.
like he's saying,
Mm.
higher level of spirituality,
Mhm.
that's where we become appreciative. When you appreciate,
Mm.
you're appreciating God.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
yeah,
from
yeah,
there, we need to learn God too. We don't see him, but we see all these things. We need to put in our mind.
Yes.
Be appreciative
Yes. Yes.
why it's happening.
Yes. Yes.
We need to acknowledge
Correct.
God.
So, yeah, the level of the awareness will be decided by the level of the faith. Yeah. That's the problem where children are in now. Their faith decides, the level of their faith decides where they're in now. So they don't believe him as a psychic level. So the teaching should be limited to understand because they don't see fully Lord Cantare. And then in the limit, they see Lord Cantare's teaching too. So they select his teaching in their capacity.
Who is in this term? Who is they?
They mean the children of master.
Oh,
In the
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Going back to the first topic.
okay.
For me, I don't have any zero problem
Mhm.
with that. That doesn't affect me one way or another.
Uh-uh.
That is children,
Uh-huh.
have that difficulty.
Uh-huh.
There are many Hollywood movie stars, for
Uh-huh.
example,
Uh-huh.
who are very famous, or musicians
Uh-huh.
like Eric Clapton, and
Uh-huh.
some of
Uh-huh.
their children end up committing suicide,
Uh-huh.
or they become drug addicts.
Tears in
this and that.
heaven.
So the children don't have the same, probably not the same karma that their father did.
Uh-huh.
And when you are a child of a worldwide renowned figure,
Mhm.
automatically that puts psychological pressure upon you, because they expect, hey, you're the offspring of so and so,
Mhm.
so you should be a shining
Take over.
example.
Mhm.
But they
Mhm.
haven't lived the same life.
Mhm.
Just like Martin Luther King Jr. He's one of the most redoubtable figures in the 20th century.
Mhm.
And his children revere him, but not a one of them came close to reflecting his level of
Mhm.
majesty.
Mm.
So, yeah, to me, it's not a big deal.
It's kind of a democratic.
Yeah. Just like I have 3 younger sisters, and their perspective on life is quite different from mine.
Uh-huh.
One is a very narrow-minded, my baby sister, she's a narrow-minded fundamentalist Christian. And she's, very fundamental, and she can't get outside of the box. I still love her, she's my sister. And then my eldest sister is a Reiki healer,
Mhm.
and she believes in Buddha, but the crux of her look on spirituality is love everybody and kumbaya, and she prays for people, which is all good, but she doesn't get into any philosophical thought, nor she's like Ipo, is that her name?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Who was there yesterday? She's quite similar, although Ipo is branching deeper than my sister. She can't articulate she can't string 2 sentences together. She's got like Joe Biden, but she loves people, and she's a certified Reiki healer. I'm just saying this stuff just to point out my own family members.
Mhm.
They're very disparate. They're very different from me and their outlook on life.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I had no trouble with his children running astray.
Uh-huh.
That's a normal byproduct.
Okay. So it's so cleared. It's so good. Yeah. Thank you for your participation with this talk. It made me so deepen to the subject today. So we're gonna show you very limited time about today's subject. Yeah. The many layers of the spirit world and the difference between guardian spirits and archangels. Yeah. This isn't taught in Christianity at all. Yeah. So this is a big difference between happy science and Christianity. So we're gonna go into it, but we don't have much time. So I show you the master's lecture excerpt of this book, chapter 3, about the spiritual ability and then right way of life. So maybe we raised already a big subject about the spiritual ability today, and then we discern it already. So please follow his teaching in a very accurate way. Yes. This is what I trying to figure out today. If you think you are spiritual, that's not the end, but just beginning. Yeah, you agree with it? Because learning happy science makes you spiritual. It's inevitable. You're already spiritual, and other people are spiritual too in happy science. Then falling off from the good spiritual state is very easy, but staying good is very difficult. So we need to cultivate ourselves. Yeah. Right. So let's go ahead. The topic. That is why completely wrong to assume you are almighty once you open your spiritual channel and can hear the voice of spirit. You went through all these things. So go ahead. You may be able to feel something spiritual, but to determine whether the spirit is good or evil or the level of the spirits, you will have to go through advanced spiritual discipline. Yeah. So let's go ahead to the master's lecture about it.
今日はですね、霊能力と正しい人生というのを選んでみたんですけども、これは、一般社会に働いている方々、生きている方々は、それほど関心のあるテーマではないかもしれません。しかしながら、教団の中にいる人や、信者会員として勉強しておられる方々にとっては、大事なテーマなんではないかと思います。特にですね、他の、宗教をやっている方々と見てもですね、霊能力が開けるというか、霊能を持つようになったらもう先生と呼ばれたりするようなところもあることはあるんですけども、これ微妙にですね、難しいところはあるかと、思います。でなかなかね、霊的なものがなんかかかってきているとか降りてきているとか感じるとかいうことはあるんですけども、その政治やとかレベルとか、あるいはそれが誰なのかとかいうところまで確定する認定するのは相当修行がいります、簡単なことではありません。だからそれが難しいところですね。だから宗教に集まっている人もいろんな才能を持ったり、学力的にも高い人も低い人もいろんな形で入ってきて、いろんなタイプの方がいられると思うんです。でも説法を聞いたり、修法をやったり、あるいは研修を受けたりしているうちに、霊的に目覚めてくる人がやっぱり出てくるわけですね。霊感がついてくる。だからパッと見てなんか悪霊がついてるとかですね、生き量が来てるんじゃないかとかですね、あるいは自分自身肩が重いなとか、これはなんか来てるなとかですね、今日会ったあの人何かついてたんじゃないかとかですね、場所的にそこへ行くと ここへ来るとなんか体が重くなってくるとかですね、ここへ来るとなんか光が入ってくる感じがするとかいうやつですね。着実にこう実績を残すような形での仕事の仕方はしてきてるんだなというふうには思います。でこのね霊能力、霊能者だと思ってる人ははっきりそう思ってる人もいると思うんですけども、そうはっきりした自覚は持ってなくてもですね、中でやっぱりある程度長さいる場合と、あるいはもう入ってすぐになる場合もあるんですけども、そしたら霊的能力がついてくる場合があります。自覚的に使える場合と使えない場合があるので、この辺の違いがあることはあるんですが、全く何の影響も受けてない霊的に、鈍感なままでいることはかなり難しかろうというふうに思います。その場合はもう凍りついてる状態で周りがもうすごい、氷で覆われているような状態なので、これがちょっと溶けてこないと魂の中心部まで光が差さない状態で、もしかしたら幽霊会員みたいな人にはそんなことはまだいらっしゃるかもしれませんし、家族だとか、親族だとかいうだけで、会員になっている人なんかにはまだそういう方もいるかもしれませんですけども、本を読んだり説法を聞いたり、してるうちにだんだん溶けてきて、外を覆ってたものですね、カラーの部分が出てき始めるんですね。カラーの部分が取れて中身が出てき始める。でもっとはっきり言えば霊的に、電流が流れる状態になるっていうのはどういうことかっていうと、その自分自身の中にある心という存在がこうつかめるようになってくる状態ですね。今自分の心はこんな感じになってるみたいなのがこう見えるようになってくるんですね。クリスタルの玉のようにですね、心っていうのがこういう状態にはなってる。今自分は涙ってるなとかですね、ちょっと怒りでちょっとすごいカッカカッカしてるなとか、今その穏やかになってるなとかですね、今は相手のことを思って自分の心はそういうふうになってるなとか、あるいはなんかうまくやって利益を得ようとしてるとか、人をうまく自分の方に引っ張ってこようとしてるとか、計算してるなとか、そういうふうに客観的に自分の心の在り方を見られるようになってくることは多いであろうと思います。
Yes. So maybe in happy science, you're already a spiritual person. Then the more you get farther, the more you get spiritual. So we need to remind us, always cultivate ourselves, checking on us. So yeah, that's the answer for later generations without mastery Hokawa. 100 years later from now, people will misunderstand the enlightenment as a being psychic or something like that. He left this teaching for the generation. Yeah. And then it's happening right now. Right now. Yeah, that's so connected to master's physical death this time, this year. I don't get into it today. Let's talk about it. Yeah. But later on, yes. So this is his true heart. This is a point we need to not forget it. Yeah. Then, yeah. It is very difficult for people studying at happy science to remain uninfluenced by an insensitive to spiritual matters. Yeah. Then we need to be very careful. If they are spiritually insensitive, it is as if their souls are encased in very thick ice. Unless the ice surrounding them melts away, spiritual light will not reach the core of their soul. This may be the case for inactive members or your family members without membership with Happy Science. Nevertheless, as they read my books and listen to my lectures, the outer layer will start to melt and the core of their souls will appear. And then you're gonna get spiritual. So when you reach the state where you feel a spiritual current run through you, it means you can grasp the existence called the mind within you, as if you are looking into a crystal ball. So this part, mind, maybe Kevin will getting into it next time, August 12, 20, something.
26.
6, right? About the mind in the mastermind group sessions. So, yeah, very making a show. Yeah, as Master said like this, how do you feel? You feel you find out this way. I'm feeling agitated now. I'm so angry and restless, or I feel calm now, or you can tell now I'm wishing this person well. I'm acting cunningly to gain something. I'm trying to draw this person towards my side. Yeah, this kind of work is called subconsciousness. How do you think? You think this way? You can think.
It's very common.
Yeah, yeah. You check on yourself this way. Right.
It's very common.
Mm-mm.
Just
Right.
normal thoughts.
Normal
For
thought.
your mind.
All
over
right.
the course of any given
Yes,
day.
yes. Okay. Yeah. I think you said so. Right. I'm trying to draw this person towards my side, or I'm being calculative. Yeah. That's a kind of checkpoint. Then maybe you can see your heart now. But the when it comes to the mind, there are many levels. Yeah. Like these words: mind, soul, spirit, right? These are indicating mind. And then precisely more, mind, soul, spirits, right? So it's getting deeper. So maybe I don't cover it today, but Kevin will tell you something about it in the near future. But anyway, to know the mind, function of the mind is a way to enlightenment or wisdom. Yeah. That's the point. Then you can get spiritual more for loving person or enlightened person. Okay. But the path to the enlightenment or loving is eternal towards the Kantare, creator. So yeah, that's today's theme. So let's go ahead to our master's lecture, Father.
一番まあ難しいっていうか大変だなと思うことはやっぱりそのコンディション調整なんですよ。これがものすごく難しくて自分だけできるのはまだいいんですけど自分だけできないんですよ。やっぱりこの世で生活している以上どうしても必要最小限の人とはやっぱり何らかの交流しなきゃいけない。生活したり話したりですね、仕事で関係を持ったりしなきゃいけないし、外の世界でもね出れば街で人に会う、デパート行っても会うし、お店でも会うし、食べ物屋行っても会うし、いろんな人と会うようになる。だから、ただただこう受ける感じのタイプの霊能力だけだとまあ会った人にすぐ影響されてしまうことは多いですよね。だから私も学生時代はまだ霊道が開けてるとは思ってはいなかったけど、でも渋谷とか新宿あたりの雑踏とかに行くと帰ってきた後は体がやっぱ重くなる感じが多かったんで、やっぱりこの悪霊いっぱいいますので、まあ接触して、連れて帰る感じはあったのかなと思いますね。だからまあそういうのがあるからまあ公園とか散歩したりとかよくしていたんだろうと思うし、まあそういう悪霊邪霊の類がまあいろんなところついてきてたとしてもですね、まあ下宿の一室に帰ってなんていうかな、まあ精神収容になるような本とかをね、まあ じっくりとこう信読するっていうか、心で読むつもりでこう読んでいると、だんだん離れていくような感じになるわけですね。それから本でも明らかに私が今言って光の天使というか、光の指導霊と思われるような人が書いたような本ですね。そういうものを好んで読む時間を取ると、その間にそちらの方に波長がだんだん合ってきますので、街で出会った変な霊とかはなんとなく一緒にいられない感じがしてきて離れていくっていうことですね。宗教のを始めてからあと個人相談とかもありますし、あるいは個人相談をまとめてお話しするような感じといいますかね、それを法にしてそれを述べたりしていかなきゃいけなくなったんで、いろんな人の悩みとか苦しみとかそういうものを受けるようになる。近くに来た幹部たちなんかでもやっぱり修行がまだできてない、初期の頃はね修行ができてない人が多かったですから、どちらかといえば大立てて使ってるうちにはよくやってくれているんだけども、仕事の方でやっぱりミスが出たり判断が違うようなことで、叱ったりするとやっぱりすぐむくれてくるんで、そうすると霊障になったりする人が多くて、昨日までは大丈夫だったのに叱ったらその後は霊障とかいうのは結構割に多くて、霊障の人と一緒に仕事するの結構厳しいんですよ。とても厳しいので、特に切羽なんか時に直前に会う人が霊障だったりすると本当にちょっと精神統一の妨げになるようなことがあるので、それの難しさはありましたね。だから、何千回もやってその霊的にこのなんていうかな、横やりを入れられるっていうか、別なものに邪魔されるようなことなくこうやるっていうの、この品質管理みたいなもんですけども、これは一番大変なのはこれですね。特に逃れることができない人間関係の中でこの波風立てないで生き切るっていうことはものすごく難しいことです。だからこれは努力しなきゃやっぱダメだと思うんです。だから霊道が開いたとか霊の声が聞こえるとか思ってこれでオールマイティと思ったらもう完全な間違いです。
Yes. Maybe go ahead, please.
I concur with everything he's communicating. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, you do. I think. Yeah. I found you deeply today. Yeah, freshly. Yeah. You wanna say things more? No,
Wow.
it's okay.
I guess part of wisdom is, like, say for instance, like you're a speaker in front of crowds or a large crowd like Master Okala. Whatever audience you're speaking to, you have to gauge the level of intelligence or attitude of those people that you're speaking to.
Yeah. He fits our level.
Yeah, you have to match their level. Just like you don't teach adult things to your child.
Yeah.
So same way in the spiritual sense.
Yeah, very good point, I think. So we need to enhance our level. Unless we do that, his level should be staying low. Because our level is still not matured spirituality. But I think you are already matured. But humankind, there's not enough level yet. Yeah.
For me, I guess I've done this most of my life unconsciously, perhaps. Is I am usually very careful who I spend time with.
Right.
Who I socialize with for an extended period of time.
That's one of wisdom.
I choose my friends carefully. I have a lot of acquaintances because of the work that I've done in the past.
You're a people person.
The people that I consider friends or people that I spend quality time with, very few.
I agree with
it.
it.
I don't feel like I can gain some sort of wisdom, improvement. Because some people you consider close to you, but they drain you all the time because they're always complaining about things or not looking for solutions.
We know.
So, in that sense, I feel like I apply whatever, if you want to call it wisdom,
Uh-huh.
is because my mom used to tell me all the time, you are what you hang around.
Mm-hmm.
So I tend to use that as a base.
Yes.
I'll be very careful who I spend too much time with.
Uh-huh.
I won't ignore you or I won't run away from you,
Uh-huh.
but I don't spend a whole bunch of time with you.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like it's a give and take
Mm-hmm.
type relationship.
Yeah. Furthermore, we attract the same wavelengths of people. Yeah.
My mom didn't put it that way, but she said, you are what you hang around.
Uh-huh.
Meaning,
All right.
I try to teach that to my kids.
Okay. Yes.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
No, I was
Sure.
reading that book I told you I was
Mm.
reading.
Remember the
He-
title of that book?
Yeah, I have it in the car.
Mhm.
What is it?
I can't remember titles.
Go ahead, please.
But anyway,
Yeah.
what I was gonna say now. He came back from college
Huh?
and spent the summer with his family because his dad is a preacher and he was taking care of 75, overlooking 75 churches within that area. One pastor was sick, so he asked Norman Peale
Mm.
if he would, sit in for that person,
Mm-hmm.
because the father felt like, he learned, enough to share something. And then so he did, but he was thinking because if people knew came from college, he's going to use all these sophisticated words.
Mm-hmm.
But then he also input what his own experiences. So when they were very touched by his preaching that day. So he was invited to the home of the people who the women, was serving everybody and stuff. And this old man said, he said, I really like what you said, but you know something? You need to speak our language.
Mm.
And that he said, just share what you experience, because we are country people. We don't know what you're saying. I mean, in that sense, certain things he was saying. And that's true. What we experience, be grateful, even if it was bad, because that's where the awakening is, by what that person experienced and what now he learned, and how to depend on the spiritual guidance, the true spiritual guidance. And that's what it is. Speak simple, where, like those farmers can understand. So he used the example of how they, grow their food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being sensitive to the ability of the people. If you want to use highway, okay, go someplace else where all of those people in the same level. Yeah. But he said the most important is what you experience. And the thing about it is, Norman Peale, why he really felt like he could share is because while he was learning all these things, he said, wow, this is something I can share. And then he started to have the love for being able to share it with the people. See, that's when the love start coming in.
Yes.
Where you want to share.
Yes.
Because you experience.
Yeah. Yes. Totally, you're talking about wisdom and enlightenment. Yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. So one of the maybe archangels is Norman Vincent Peale. He is an angel now, and the master communicate with him, especially in the lecture abroad. Yeah, in New York, he was maybe inspired by Norman Vincent Peale. So, and then at the same time, he saw Donald Trump was liberated by Norman Vincent Peale when he is delivering the speech in an audience. Yeah, so it's connected sometimes. Yeah. So this is as Alfredo said, we need to choose the certain correct spiritual connection to. Yeah. Yes. So he said like this. I proactively made time to read books I could tune into, which meant they were written by angels or light and a great guiding spirit or light of light my mind eventually attuned to their wavelengths. Then the troublesome spirits I met in cities had no choice but to leave, as they could no longer be on the same wavelength as me. So yeah, Master took this way. Yeah, we can do that sometimes. In most cases, psychics communicate with their own guardian spirits. This is a next subject. Yeah. Only, but those spirits are not almighty. Yeah. Guardian spirits can only recognize as much as the psychics would if they themselves were to return to the other world. So, yeah. This is a limit of guardian spirit. Then, most of the time, you receive the inspirations from your guardian spirit. Yeah. And then sometimes in the seminars, you will receive the more higher spirits. Yeah. Attune your mind with a higher vibration. So, yeah, guardian spirits is not almighty. And then the inspirations too. Not the whole answer. Yeah. Then we need to check on ourselves more by more higher level of truth. Yeah. There needs to come the necessity to get knowledge of the truth, wisdom, make it a wisdom. Yeah. Then in fact, their teachings are probably easier for people to understand that their teachings may be guardian spirits teachings or even the angels in the seventh dimension are easier for people to understand than the teachings of the Haphagata. This is archangels, eighth dimensional world, like Norman Vincent Peale or Archangel Michael or Gabriel, or I can pick Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. They are in the eighth dimensional world who built civilizations. Yeah, not only saving people, but they built civilization. Yeah, those figures are in the eighth dimensional world, level and beyond, which are grand laws that cover greater issues affecting the entire human race, ethnicity, or nation. Therefore, Tathagatas and above will have to speak on such topics about nations wide. So this is a difficult part. At the very least, you need as much knowledge as a top-tier journalist or critic to speak on matters that involve a country's leader like Donald Trump or Prime Minister in Japan or something like that. If you speak up without having enough knowledge, you are getting out of line. That is why you must study to get to a high level. The master said in the preface, yeah, as I picked before, yeah, astonishing words to me. I believe that I myself would also be causing trouble to society if I were to move people and give influence without having to train myself. He said like this, yeah. The phrase I cannot forget, yeah. So let's go ahead more, and then, yeah, short minute.
あと守護霊、大体の場合守護霊ぐらいの声しか聞こえないことが多いんですけれども、守護霊もオールマイティじゃないんですよ。だから守護霊さんと話ができたらもう先生でいけると思ってる人もいるんだけど、守護霊だってやっぱりその人があの世に行って、認識できるレベルぐらいなので、残念だけども割合に早いうちに守護霊だけではダメなんだと、もっと上まで行かないとダメなんだということは割合早いうちに気がついたことはありますね。一般の主情の救済には菩薩会レベルの教えで十分通じるし、むしろ分かりやすいこともありますけれども、如来から上の教えになってきますと、もうちょっと方が大きくなってくるんで、人類全体とか、民族や国家全体に関わってくるような問題とかまで影響を受けるようになってきます。そういうことについても言わなきゃいけなくなってきますね。この辺が難しい ところです。ですから見識がいるわけなんですね。だから見識っていうのはとっても大事なことで、その霊能力をまず抜きにしてでも生きた人間としてやっぱり見識がある程度あると思うんですね。どの程度の見識をその人が持っていくかによって、要するに自分より見識が低い人の考え方とか行動とかは簡単に見抜けるし指摘することができるけども、世の中で自分より偉い人いっぱいいるわけで、その場合はちょっとその方は何考えていらっしゃるのか、どういうふうにしようとしておられるのかわからないっていうのはありますね。霊的な道が開けるまでは非常に純粋化して、透明な結晶化したような心を作り出すための努力、そういう汚れや、そういう汚れを払いながら、透明化していかないと神仏の光が降りてくるようにはならないんですけども、逆に仕事として進めていく段階になりますと、いろんなことについても勉強していかないとわからないものについては答えられないようなことがありますよね。最近は初期の数年ぐらいの講演会の時に失業等を必ずやってたんで、その失業等集なんかも本にして出してるんだけども、いや今見てもこの質問結構難しいだろうなというのはあります。講師たちでもこれ聞かれたら答えられないんじゃないかなというのはたくさんあります。経営の立て直しの質問に答えるような、そんな経営者会社やってるような人の質問に答えたかと思ったら、その次はブラックホールの質問が来るみたいな感じのことがいっぱいあるわけでして、だからブラックホールのっていうのはやっぱり大きな天体でないと、太陽ぐらいの大きさでは起きない、もっと大きくないと起きないと聞いてるんですけど、実際の問題どうなんでしょうかというような質問とか来る。理系の何かやってる方なんだろうと思うけど、いやそんなことありませんよ。地球ぐらいの大きさでもこの直径が 1.77 センチも縮んだらブラックホールになりますよって私はすぐ答える。これを答えるのは霊感だけで答えているわけではもちろんございませんで、だから最新の物理学のレベルまでいろんなものを勉強している、平素から勉強しているから、そういうのがポッと急に出た時に答えられるし、経営なんかの立て直しの問題でも一般的な経営の方法の勉強もしてなきゃいけないけども、コロナが流行ったらどうなるかから戦争が始まったらどうなるかとか、こういうイレギュラー要因が起きた時に一般的に教わっている経営の手法をどう変えなきゃいけないのかというようなこともあって、時には分に過ぎたこともやらなきゃいけないことがある。首相に対しても意見を言わなきゃいけないこともあるし、外国の大統領についても意見を言わなきゃいけないことある。ちょっと忍びないっていうか、それだけの立場にはないのでちょっとどうかなと思いつつも、最低限第一線で活躍しているジャーナリストか評論家ぐらいの知識は持ってないと言及するにはやっぱりちょっと度が過ぎているということになりますので、そのぐらいの勉強はしてなきゃいけないということですから、宗教的にこの霊能力も使いながら宗教的修行の在り方やそういう世界についての教えておりながらも、やっぱりその周りで少しずついろんな勉強を並行して進めていかなきゃいけない時代が長くて、その勉強を間に合うまでどうやって時間を引き延ばすかっていうか、自分の実力がついていくまでやり続けるかってとこは難しかったですね。
So, okay.
I wholeheartedly agree with everything that you said. This is why Christianity is so emasculated today, because the average Christian, not all of course, but the average Christian, they're being taught what I call river baby food by their pastors and their spiritual leaders instead of meat on the bones. So they think that Jesus, just because he was born the Son of God, just walked around, he never blinked his eyes, didn't have to go to the bathroom, You know, I mean, there's some fantasia, image of what Jesus was like. No,
Yeah.
he was no different than us. Of course, he was different, but
Yeah.
he had to endure the same physical aches and pains and this and that.
Earth like we do.
Yes.
Mm.
And so, no, the difference was just like Master Okawa points out. Yeah, I have to train myself. Nothing is automatic. Even if you're born with a really high,
All right.
clean slate because of former purified incarnations, you still have to work at it. Yeah.
That's why Jesus disappeared a lot of times from his
Yeah.
disciples.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
had to be quiet. He had to
Yeah.
go to his father for advice and guidance.
Yeah. Even in the last 17 years to Tibet and India, right?
Mhm.
He had wisdom, not only love, but he didn't reveal it in a short time of preaching. So, yeah, you remember Kazu Takegawa?
Yes.
He met a man who is a top of a Wall Street Journal and a Fox News. The name is not in front of us, but on a News Corp. That's the parent company of a Fox News and a Wall Street Journal. The CEO's name is Thompson. And then he's our fan and a friend who interviewed with Master Hokawa 1990. He was a journalist of economics in the UK. So he worked as a journalist. He was born in Australia and then went to the UK, and then now he's a CEO of a News Corp, which is a parent company of a Fox and then Wall Street Journal. And then Kazu Takegawa claimed him, "You are now too much inclined to the left side," well, as you know. So Fox News fired Tucker Carlson, right? Like that. That kind of things happening. So he claimed him with an appointment with him. He had a time to talk with him, right? So that's kind of things. We are going to talk about the things based on Master's teaching. That made us like a same level of a top journalist, right? So this is happy science. We can influence people even in a political way and economical way in this modern age, not like 2000 years ago. Yeah. So then we can change this world. So we have a honor to deliver the very same thinking way as Master Hokawa through teachings. Yeah. Then we have a responsibility now, so heavy, but at the same time, we are have a privilege to tell this teaching to the others. Those are not awakened to this fact. Creator was born as a human. This is difficult to understand, I see. Yeah.
One of the messages that I got from this is that Master studied a lot of different things. So it behooves us as Happy Science members to study and understand not only Happy Science teachings, but Gil is very well versed in Christianity and other philosophies.
Right.
So it behooves us to understand these things so we can have educated discussions or educated interactions with people of different faiths.
Yes.
So
yes.
we cannot be walking around with blinders thinking that
right. More open-minded.
Exactly.
And then, as you said, more better Christians. We're gonna be.
I believe any Christian or any, and not out of disrespect, but so-called Christian, if they were to investigate or study some of Master's teachings, they'll become even better Christians. But I think they will understand the teachings of Christianity or Jesus on a deeper level.
Yeah. So we need to tell it. Yeah. Yeah. I feel so very deeply. So yeah. So I don't think it doesn't need to review it, but just quickly, what to the last excerpt of Master Okawa's teachings, but that is why you need to acquire greater insight. Everyone must have a certain level of insight regardless of their spiritual abilities. Until you open your spiritual channel, you must make efforts to form an extremely pure, transparent, and crystallized mind. Unless you brush away impurities and dirt from your mind and make it transparent, the light of God or Buddha will not come down to you. But once you become a professional spiritual leader, you must keep studying various things. You will not be able to give answers about things you do not know. Very fundamental and basic, but it's essential. Let's go ahead to the last excerpt today.
まあそういうことで、勉強は続けなきゃいけないんですよ。だからある程度心が澄み切ってないとその霊的なものが啓示が降りてこないからそれを保たなきゃいけないけどもまた勉強も続けなきゃいけないしまた体があんまり悪くなると悪いものの影響を受けやすくなるので体も健康を維持するように努力もしなきゃいけないそういう積み重ねがあっての健全な人生があり霊能力を持ってても正しい人生生きているかどうかその人の生活態度を見られるだからあんまり変なことばっかり言ったり変な行動ばっかりとってたりしてたらやっぱり周りから見ておかしいなという感じがする霊能力があると言ってもなんか普段の生活見たら乱れすぎているとか友達関係見え悪い友達とつるんでは遊んでるっていうんだったらこれやっぱりそれ悪いものを引き込んでくる正当な霊は降りてこないだろうなってことは分かるわけですよね。だから謙虚な心を持ってそして着実に一歩一歩進めていく。だから何かについて勉強しててだんだん専門家にもなってくることもあるんだけど天狗になったら終わりで天狗になったらもうここも一種の好きなので天狗になったら名誉心が出てくる。名誉心が出てくると自分のお世辞言ってくれるような人は重用しますけれども間違ったところを指摘したり批判されると腹が立ってカーッと起こるようになりますので、人間が見えなくなってくるということですね。謙虚な心を持って常に神仏が自分を見守っていると思いながら、日々を精進することが大事で、どうしても自己保存の気持ちが強くなるので、自分を守っているつもりでいてもこれは自分は本当に可愛いから動物や昆虫みたいに守っているのかそうではなくて、やっぱり天上界の神仏の心をこの地上に体現するためにやっているのか自分が褒められたいだけなのか自慢したいだけなのかやっぱりいつもそこを認識していくことは大事なんじゃないかなというふうに思います。だからたらいの水の例えなんかもよく言ってますけどあれ簡単だけど分かる人は少ないんです。本当に少ないんでたらいの中に入れた水向こうに追いやったら自分の方に戻ってくるけど自分の手前に引いたら水が逃げてあっち行くっていう二宮尊徳の例えですけどもすごく単純なことなんだけどこれが分かる人が本当に少ない。もう自分のものにしたくて水をかいて手前に寄せようとするんだけど手前にかけばかくほど水が逃げていくんですよね。反対側に逃げていく。こういうことを、こんな単純なことはだって人に会ったら損するじゃない自分が取れば自分のものになるじゃない得するじゃないそっちが賢いじゃないっていう、生存競争ではそうかもしれません。生存という意味では大事なことかもしれませんけれども大勢が一緒に暮らしていってお互いによりよく生きるためにはやっぱりそれだけでは足りないところがあると思います。自分磨きが先であることは事実だけどもその先もある。自分磨きの次にやっぱりみんなのためにもお役に立って強調して生きていくことがどれほど大事かってことを知っておいてほしい。だからいくら頭が良くても協調性ゼロの場合はエジソンみたいな発明家でもなれば世の中に貢献できますけれどもそういう例外を除けばやっぱり協調性が少なすぎれば会社仕事なんかはできないのでいきなり社長できる人もいませんので社長に上がるまでの年数耐えられないから失敗することになりますね。だから総合学だと思って宗教もね人間学の集大成総合学だと思って努力していくことが大事。直接必要な知識の勉強もいるけれどもそれ以外の間接的なものについても少しずつ勉強を進めていく。ただ自分のメイン 主たる幹とそれと枝葉の違いはいつも見分ける努力を繰り返していくこと、これは大事なことかと思います。老婆心ながら霊能力と正しい人生についてのお話をしました。霊能力を自覚的に持っている方もいるし、自覚的ではなく存在している方もいると思うので、私の言ったことをどうか時折思い返して、天狗にならないでどうか謙虚に努力を続けていただければ幸いかと思います。ありがとうございました。
So much for Master Fukawa's precious lecture. All right, so let's go ahead to the ritual prayer service for Lord Kantare. If you want to take it, let me know. So finally, this is a short conclusion. To have a spiritual ability is not our goal, but even it's the starting point. To influence people through spiritual ability needs to continuously develop your insight and learn politics and economics. If you can say you grow spiritually, you need to have harmonious relationship with others around you. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead to the Kigan service. It's okay. Lord Kantare, Master Ryuho Okawa, the primordial Buddha of the great universe, and the creator who is the origin of all life. We disciples dedicate our sincere appreciation to the Lord. The Lord's descent itself is already a miracle for humanity and the whole universe. Now we will take a moment to offer our gratitude from the bottom for the Lord's infinite love and mercy and passion for salvation. Now, we're going to take the ritual prayer service, Kigan ceremony. Kazuyo Sugiyama. Mick Matsuda. Beverly and Mercado. Peter Foucault. Prayer for exorcising evil spirits. Oh Lord, may you grant me the power. Oh Lord, may you give me the force to exorcise evil spirits. Oh Lord, Alcantara, no evil spirit can withstand you. No devil can defeat you. Oh Lord, please assist me. Oh Lord, please fight beside me. Light, cross, Light. Cross. El Cantare. Fight. Light. Cross. Light. Cross. El Cantare. Fight. Oh Lord, I thank you very much for your guidance. Alfredo Grandison. Vivali and Machado. Masako Risland. Satomi Nagata. Prayer for recovery from illness. Oh Lord, El Cantare, in the name of the Lord, nothing is impossible. All evil spirit fear the Lord. Every cause of illness must dissolve in the light of the Lord. O Lord, may you change your light to love and cure my illness. I believe in you, O Lord. You're omniscient and omnipotent. Ramu, Thoth, Rien all proud, of fearless, Hermes, Gautama, Siddhartha. O Lord Alcantara, the omniscient and omnipotent, please pardon our wrongs. Give us the energy to live by and courage and hope. El Cantare Healing. El Cantare Healing. Thank you for your guidance. Kazuyo Sugiyama. Setsuko no Mi. Prayer for success. Oh Hermes, may you give me the strength to progress. May you let me feel the breath of success. With you as my ideal, I wish to become like a clear wind of love, blowing through all the world. Oh Hermes, please give me success and make my dreams come true. Thank you for your guidance. Welcome, Carmen. Thank you very much for your guiding us today. We dedicate our sincere gratitude to you on the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for your guidance. Yeah. Thank you so much for your participation today. Then, thank you for joining service today with the Zoom service. Kazuyo-san, thank you. Appreciate you. If you want to say something, it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Ah. Ah.
見えます
So,
か
wait for a moment. I unmute you. She's joining through Zoom from Vancouver in Canada. So I'm showing you the.
見えますかちょっと眼鏡かけないと。
Maybe I need to go like this.
あ、大丈夫。あ、見えますね。あ、見えます。はい。ちょっと。
Her family is lawyers. So she's an assistant for the lawyer. He's her husband. Yeah, Kazuyo Sugiyama. And then maybe you can see the members. You don't wanna show up on online. I need. It's okay.
Oh, hi. Hi,
Aloha.
everybody. Aloha. I used to live in Hawaii.
Yes, Maui.
Yes.
And then Lucy, Alfredo, Joseph, and Gilbert. Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you. It was a good service.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great service.
Thank you. Thank you very
You wanna
much for
say
the
something?
service and prayers.
Thank you. Thank you also. Mhm.
Thank you. I'll disappear. Nice
Okay.
meeting you.
Yeah, nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting you. Thank you.
Aloha.
Bye.
See you again.